guess we're gonna go just that. Ooh, a new level. You're gonna give me some cool skills.
Where are your costumes?
Oh,
Suits.
yeah, can I unlock?
Where are my
these?
zoot suits? Oh snap!
Yeah,
You got a couple unlocked.
This is actually one of my favorites.
Scarlet Spider
Yeah,
classic.
it's very good.
There you go. No, I mean the noir one does still look good, despite the fact that it's missing some very important elements.
Oh yeah. So actually, but if we want to get some of these suits, we actually do need to collect some backpacks.
Right. So I'm
Stop
going
some
to
crimes.
leave that to your discretion. I'm sure you know a little bit better than.
Yeah, I mean backpacks are easy enough to
Ooh,
find. Yeah,
wow.
that one's pretty slick. Hey.
That's what's that one from?
It's
II.
Spider Armor Mark II.
So it's got to be some sort of Iron Man joint.
Yeah, no, it's super sweet. And actually, we have access to the Tobey Maguire one right off the bat.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
God, it's terrible. I love it. And what's the one right up there?
Oh, it's they don't show you, but you have to find all the backpacks.
Oh, that okay. Gotcha.
But this one is your homemade Spider-Man one from,
Okay, with like
from Civil War.
Yeah, okay, cool. Does DLC have its suits over under its own, like you see that up there?
Oh, yes and no. Yeah, they add to the bottom once you use the DLC.
Gotcha. So we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Any of these that you want to see me in? I'll have to unlock some things along the way, but...
Oh, okay, you need to get tokens.
Yeah, landmark tokens I don't have access to yet, but I will soon.
Okay, yeah, I want you to get the noir one.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Any backpacks along the way? Any backpacks in the house?
Backpack, Dora the Explorer backpack jokes.
Oh, wow. Remember what I said we don't have landmark tokens yet?
Yeah.
That's literally the current mission.
Oh, perfect. So we'll get Scarlet Spider and Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Unless they both require crime tokens or something. Anyway, we can get them both pretty easy. We'll just take some doing.
Are you ready for my my dedicated reference to my Visitor Pass Oscorp? Does it say Peter Parker? No, it just says
it does.
Visitor
No,
Pass.
it does say it did say Peter
For
Parker.
Christ's sake, Pete.
There's got to be somewhere I can see this. Character collections.
Yeah.
Backpacks. Peter Parker. It's the.
Yep.
You can just make it out there.
That is inexcusable.
Yeah. Pete's made some mistakes.
Sorry, I cut myself off there, but this is going to be my shameless reference to one of my favorite podcasts, of course, The Flophouse.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm Stuart Wellington.
Oh.
No,
great.
It's going to be for some of them.
Yeah, somebody will appreciate that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Is the Baxter Building?
The Baxter Building, if it is, I haven't seen it.
Okay. I mean, it's not one that I think would necessarily have like a big plaque on it, you know?
No, well, there's a current theory. I mean, not this movie is MCU, but there is a current theory that because they were selling Avengers Tower in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Right, they moved to the new facility. Yeah.
Yes, there is a theory that that's
going to become
building.
the Baxter Building. That would be something.
Yeah.
Also, there was a recent news article that said that I don't think it was Insomniac. I don't think it was this company. But there's a Marvel sub-company that is currently developing a brand new, it looks like it might be an open world, like kind of in the style of this game.
Oh, yeah.
And the teasing at this point looks like it might actually be a Fantastic Four game.
Oh, really?
Which is kind of nuts because of how much they've kind of distanced themselves from the property.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a good-looking costume.
Oh, yeah, it looks great.
Oh, with the steel-toed boots. Damn.
Yeah, right?
Class act. What's the special power that this one comes with?
Better stealth.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
Although I didn't equip it. I went back to the other one.
What's the other one?
It just generates focus. It's pretty basic, but it's like...
That's a godsend.
Yeah. There's only like 2 or 3 that I found that actually I'm like, oh, I'll use a different one. Boom.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And now landmark tokens, so...
How the hell does that work, Pete?
Yeah, it just works with landmarks for whatever reason.
Keep an eye out for Uncle Ben's grave to shoot.
Oh, oof.
Isn't that one of the landmarks?
It is, but
Yeah.
still oof.
Yeah, well. I'm not going to apologize for who I am. Hmm.
Oh man, making all of the swing puns as Spider-Man without being able to like have people
Acknowledge.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
they looked like
Sorry,
they
cops.
were afraid you were about to kill them, which is fair. This is the Spider-Man that has a gun.
Yeah, you can actually see it right now.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of like his whole thing, like in the noir comic. Like he did shoot and kill. I think it was the Vulture was his first villain in that.
Oh no
Because
way.
the Vulture was like a. I think I'm remembering this correctly,
Whoops.
but he was like a monstrous cannibal, and
Oh, I
he
see.
like ate Uncle Ben. I think that's how that one went.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was wild. The noir stuff was a little bit edgy.
Oh, research tokens. Man. Yeah, they make you work for these suits.
Mhm.
I am going to unlock this one as long as we're here.
Do it, yeah. Put it on. Looks great. Scarlet Spider's good.
The one thing I do wish, I mean, again, this looks amazing, and I shouldn't be too upset. The one thing I do wish is that when you aim down with this one, your hood doesn't go up. So like, when you're hanging upside down, your hood's just still.
If there were
that.
like proper cloth physics so that the hood went to and fro as you moved.
Yeah,
that
which
would
is
be
I
very
guess
cool.
is asking a lot in all fairness, but like
That'd be a super like small thing to program, but like it would require quite a bit of programming.
yeah. So this car still turned even though I pulled the driver out of
Yeah, I was wondering about that. It seemed to actually be picking up speed despite the fact that you pulled the driver out of it.
Yeah, also I took damage catching the car? I guess so.
Hmm.
Game thinks I did, so I did. Do I not have a mish right now? I guess not.
At New York City Wall Crawler, so that must have been the Twitter thing.
Oh yeah, let's see if I can find that right now. Oh no, there it is.
Right
Yeah,
there,
it'll proc.
Does NYC Crawler have fun stopping car chases? It looks like he has fun. I'd have fun. Okay, so these are people tweeting at you?
Well, the tweeting with the keyword Spider-Man, so it's like this is just
Right. Or NYC Wall Crawler.
Yeah.
Whether it's trying to save the world or a cat from a tree, I'll be there.
yeah. So it's
Just
actually
got
cute.
a little Bitmoji.
Yeah, they do respond to like what you do in the game, which is like it's cute.
That's a nice little like world constructing detail to
Yeah.
include.
No, absolutely.
Because then it actually feels like people in the real world would be responding to the fantastic shit that's going on around them, but still the sort of thing that they're not necessarily like uncommonly experiencing.
Yeah.
Like they see Spider-Man do stuff all the time, I'm sure. So you know the people who are tweeting about it are like, man, Spider-Man's doing great. It's cool.
Spider-Man continues to be, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man stopped a car and it made me late for work. Go to hell, Spider-Man.
Okay, come on in. Oh,
Ooh, that's good.
Oh,
Perform
I did not
3
see.
dodge under moves. So
okay, I can do that.
I bet you can.
Come here, come here, come here. Oh,
Yikes.
I guess I have to hit you once and then slide under. Yeah.
Oh, you got all 3.
Yeah.
You're good.
The dodge under moves are pretty hard not to do, quite frankly. Unless you're making a point of staying in the air, which sometimes they do, because why not?
Or if you do what Scott does the one time he played this game,
Mhm.
you do neither effectively and get shot and killed.
Oh, that's always an option. Yeah, for
Always an option. Could you imagine getting a job as a Spider-Man hand and footprint window cleaner specialist?
sure.
Like the coming up in like the big window cleaner scaffolder.
Well, I mean,
And,
even if Peter Parker was like just a little bit less thoughtful towards the city and just like made webs that didn't dissolve over time.
Mm-hmm. Well, clearly there's a little bit of dubiousness as to which webs he's using
That's
because of those backpacks.
Speaking
Those
of,
backpacks. God, it looked like you were going straight over the edge.
see, like once you start to like, even if it was just this, you'd be like, okay,
All right, so Spider-Man left this here. I'm thinking there's either Spider-Man or it was that weird one, the Scarlet one, whatever his name is. Webb's his backpack, all right, and this is a high school T-shirt with a graduation year on it.
yeah, right.
So let's
This is narrows our search a little bit.
yeah.
I mean, either that or he has a son.
I mean, it's like the Death Note L tricking Light into proving which district of the world he lives in by telling like 80 different major crimes and 80 different like closed network TV stations, and Light's gonna do the thing and make the person kill themselves, and only somebody in the district that had been present for the lie that was told would know to tell. It's
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It narrows things down.
And yeah,
That stupid idiot.
wanted maximum crime tokens there. Yeah,
I bet a month from yesterday you're gonna feel real stupid.
I guess I should. Yeah, I don't know how much this want to be, how much the side stuff want to be doing, just for like unlocking suits and stuff.
Yeah, let's try to focus on
Story for
the
sure.
story,
But if
yeah.
we see a cool suit, then we'll make a point of unlocking it.
Exactly. If you see one that you know is worth unlocking, worth expending the resources towards,
Yeah. Well, how much do I need for these? Oh, crime tokens and backpack tokens. Okay, sweet.
that's easy.
Can I unlock the rest of these yet? No. Okay. I'm okay with what I have right now then.
Nice.
Honestly, for the suits, I'm gonna basically just defer to your judgment because I've seen all the suits.
Cool.
Anything you want to see, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna focus on the gadgets.
Works for me. I mean, you are gonna have to unlock the Spider-Punk one at some point, just for
Oh yeah, no problem. Fine by me.
emo high school Scott's personal sensibilities.
Feast. Okay. So this is Feast.
Okay, this is where Aunt May works.
Yeah. Oh, this is where my stuff is, but Feast itself is actually this the front of it. This is the back. Feast.
Aha!
This, food emergency and shelter training.
All right. I mean, sometimes acronyms get real stupid, but that one kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that one could be worse. Feast might be from the comics. I'm actually not sure about
I wonder.
the other character that is involved in Feast, if they are.
Okay, the character, and I'm sure I'm about to.
Yeah.
Is it? It wasn't the Martin Lee character. That
It
was
is
on...
Martin Lee.
Okay, who is Martin Lee?
Oh, if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, fine.
I mean, it'll be better reveal.
But is he a character that also has an alter ego?
Yes, he's a character that's alter ego.
Ooh,
He's a somewhat new character.
interesting.
He was introduced at the same time as Yuri Watanabe, but I did not know that till later. Is this the person who? No.
Wait, that's that one woman.
No, that's not. That's what I was looking for.
That was totally her.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure.
Excuse me, ma'am.
No, it's a different hat. You're right.
But yeah, it looks super.
Same
like her.
hoodie and same style.
I
hat,
think
but
she'll
different
be
color of
here
hat.
at some point.
All right.
Um,
Gloria, I believe her name was.
yeah. So these guys you can have a little conversation with. Yeah.
Hey, Peter.
This guy gets a little grumpy later.
Hey,
He's an art guy.
Peter.
Martin Lee, what up, dude?
Okay, how far into the game do we get before I figure out who this guy is?
Well, I mean, I guess he might be a character you don't know.
He might be.
Mhm.
Is he more well known for his alter ego?
I mean, yes.
Okay.
His alter ego's got a very distinctive look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Color me interested.
Yeah.
Scorpion does appear in this game, though, right?
He does.
I do like Scorpion. I think Mac Gargan's an interesting character.
He is. All the villains that appear in this do very well. In fact,
Nice.
Mechanically speaking, they do really well with Mac's boss fights.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And is he like traditional Mac Gargan, or is he Spider-Verse Mac Gargan who has like robot legs?
Traditional.
Okay, because robot legs like what's his name? Lovelace from Wild Wild West.
Although I think he does have one upgrade on comic book Mac Gargan.
Okay.
He can just... do you care if I tell you?
Go.
He can shoot a venom thing.
There's versions of
Yeah, okay.
Scorpion that have had that ability.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you remember?
He can't really do much against Spider-Man if he doesn't have a ranged attack, quite frankly.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the strength. Somebody like Rhino can, but not Scorpion.
Yeah.
Inspired by my mission to help others. Now it's you who inspires me. Thank you, May, for everything.
This is the bit where she goes, "Aw, gay." It's like, what?
She's just like, thank you, Lee. I was actually married.
I have a boyfriend.
Peter's like, what?
May? Yeah, I really liked the Dark Avengers story arc in the comic books.
Oh, yeah.
Like the proper Dark Reign Dark Avengers, where
No, for
it was
sure.
Daken replaced Wolverine and Mac Gargan replaced Spider-Man because they gave Mac Gargan the symbiote, so he was Venom Spider-Man, but it was Scorpion.
That's cool.
It's nuts. It's
no,
cool.
that's super cool.
Yeah, and Sentry was their like god kill.
Well, I mean, they also had Scar, if memory serves. Hulk's son.
Yeah, they had Scar, and they had
He's not a bad bull.
they had the Iron Patriot, Norman Osborn
right.
himself.
Yep.
And a couple. I think they got Moonstone to replace Miss Marvel.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was good. There's Gloria.
Yeah. Oh, she got my name right.
Nice.
How do you like it?
I remember Oh shit! He like breaks her neck.
You know too much. Puts her in the recycling. I can leave, right? You don't mind if I leave, game? Yes.
Game loves it.
Feast is fine, but I'm not Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's true. You are still able to do your jumping around and your kicking. It's just more frowned upon.
It is. It is.
They
Also,
hate it.
let's do Noir. Let's go into it
Yeah.
for a little bit. What are those? Are those ankle pouches?
They look like they might be pouches. Like what's his name? The guy who invented Deadpool. Terrible comic book artist.
Is that Liefeld?
Liefeld, thank you, Rob. I was thinking Hadfield for something. I was like, no, that was the astronaut. Rob Liefeld
I did not realize Liefeld made a Deadpool.
Yeah, he created the character, and some of his original drawings of Deadpool are some of the worst drawings of Deadpool ever made.
Well, I mean, you said Liefeld, so say no more.
But master of pouches. Liefeld will add pouches on top of existing pouches.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Man, like, I just... obviously, it's not great to just, like, have the world dogpile into somebody, but Liefeld's art is so bad.
Also, I don't know if this is a libel thing or anything like that, but I've heard he's kind of a jerk.
Oh, is he?
And I met him one time.
Oh, was he a jerk?
He was perfectly friendly, but I couldn't tell if it was just because he was like, ooh, this is cool, slow-mo.
Come on, give me the... Oh, I need the radio set. Yeah.
Nice. He was very friendly. He got up and he like shook my hand, and I asked him to take a picture with me, and he like put his arm around me and stuff. Like, he was super chill
nice.
dude.
Okay.
But I've heard that he's like kind of like doesn't take criticism well and kind of throws fits. Kind of like Butch Hartman, the guy who used to do the artwork for Fairly Godparents and all that stuff, is like kind of a crazy person now.
Oh, really?
Like that sort of thing.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, Butch Hartman made a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe or something like that for his own version of Netflix that he was going to create content for and have other people create content for to stream like cartoons for kids and stuff like that.
Ooh, also, sorry, this is the spot that's on my room.
Oh,
This is, I believe this is the corner. Yeah, it was just, I was swung past this and was like, holy smokes.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Butch Hartman did this like GoFundMe thing for a Netflix program that he was going to make. And everybody's like, oh man, Butch Hartman, he drew cartoons I liked when I was a kid. This is great. But then it turned out that, I guess, in this point in his life, he has become quite infatuated with the Christian faith.
Oh boy.
And he did not tell anybody that it was going to be a good Christian streaming service.
Oh,
So people invested like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then like after the fact in some interviews, he was like, yeah, I'm a good Christian Netflix. And everybody's like, so hold on.
What? That's wild.
Yeah.
It's also wild that actually hasn't happened yet. But
Yeah.
but that is particularly
Kind of strange.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I hate that I have to do this, but like, if you don't have access to the full map, what are you doing?
You need the map.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not your Far Cry, like having to drive from place to place and get your butthole shot by mean mercenaries and like long process. Like, you are moving quickly from
exactly.
place to place.
I'm here. I might as well do it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, like even though that's there, I'm just gonna swing up here and grab
And then you got this whole segment done, right?
that. Yeah, exactly.
Nice. I mean, when it's dark out in the game, I get the appeal of wearing a costume that's like colorful to sort of distinguish you against the skyline and stuff like that.
Oh man,
But
I was wearing black for stealth.
Yeah, I was gonna say Spider-Man Noir looks friggin' great. So
Yeah.
wait.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I actually think he looks a little silly during the day. I think he does really good at night, which is why I was like, let's switch to noir.
All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I keep wanting to say things about this game. I'm keeping my mouth shut because there's a couple of things that I guess you'll realize are in this game that you didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so anyway.
I'm sure I will. I know that the Sinister Six shows up, and I know that we're gonna meet Norman Osborn at some point, and
Yeah.
Norman Osborn's gonna like be pooping on Otto.
Yep.
I've just
But
been able to put that
Yeah,
together.
I was
at
gonna
this
say,
point.
so far that's just narrative stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this the Sanctum or is this just some church? That's just some church, I think.
Spider Cop's back.
This is a
There's
university,
like a
maybe?
placard in front of the building.
Oh, well, that's far too... Oh, actually, there's even a landmark token here. If I stick a picture of it, it'll tell me what's up.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's so funny.
Museum of Natural History.
I've actually been there. Which is, I don't say to say, I've actually been there. I say to say, I'm an idiot.
I should
should have
recognize
recognized
that.
that.
Yeah.
Although, I guess not from that angle. Wait,
Anything that's got dinosaur skulls on it
I guess
is
I missed that. But I'm
money, in my opinion, because I have a dinosaur skull on me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sporter. Well, how did they get the okay to put this radio tower in this park?
believe it or not, Central Park has Wi-Fi.
Oh. Ugh.
Yeah. I was playing
Ugh.
Pokemon Go there.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
What is that side mission? Oh yeah, okay, we'll do that one.
fun storming the castle.
We'll do that one later. It's a fun one, but we got stuff to do right now.
Yeah, I want you to show me some more named characters that I recognize.
Yeah, well, I will, not to worry. Are you familiar with the really obscure Spider-Man character Aunt May? Because we actually met her just a little bit ago.
Aunt May, is she like Ant-Man's sidekick?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
At one point, she had a relationship with Dr. Octopus. That's just true.
Oh no. I didn't. That's
Are
not
you
great.
really?
Yeah.
They were almost married.
Ah!
Yeah, in all fairness, I think it was a sinister plot by Otto.
Yeah, sure. Otto's dead at this point, right? With the whole Spectacular Spider-Man body swap shits.
Yes, although in the Spider-Verse, there is still a superior Spider-Man.
Weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all the Spider-Mans, so...
Every now and then I get a little bit Spidey. It's a good mask.
Yeah, man. These guys are just called the Demons, too. It's just like...
They must have taken it.
Yeah.
Those masks. Who are these guys?
Read the subtitles, dude.
We will find the file, or you will die.
This is bad.
I mean, those two did not have to be mutually exclusive. You could
It's
find the
true.
Fallen Killer if you
It's
really
true.
wanted to.
Or you could not find the file and decide to not kill her and
That's
just
true.
call it a day.
Just be chill dudes, you know?
Yeah. I don't know if they look very chill.
No, they are also called the Demons.
Mm-hmm.
From getting worse in the meantime.
Can do.
Do you want to hear a weird thing that I learned? This is like going to be the most factually irrelevant thing that I could possibly bring to you personally.
Yeah?
But I'm sure you're at least somewhatly familiar with the hit reality TV show Survivor.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
One of the few reality TV shows I can say that with pretty much absolute certainty. What can I do for you?
So I went home for the holidays this past Christmas time season.
You went into a dumpster for the holidays?
Yeah, exactly. I
Oh,
went
wow.
back to my trash roots, my hip hop trash roots. My folks have always watched Survivor. I haven't watched it probably in, I would say, even probably more than a decade at this point. But my folks love it.
Oh, yeah.
And I got into town the day that the finale was airing. So they were like, sorry, you're going to watch Survivor. And I was like, whatever. I've seen this show before. That's fine by me. And it turned out that the theme of the season was referred to as David versus Goliath,
Oh, no way.
which is weird because in my Christian Minecraft server, but basically it was like a team of like well-to-do, tough, wealthy, cool, powerful, like one team of Tony Starks
Oh yeah.
and one team of Peter Parkers.
Oh, interesting.
So it was
Okay.
like big, tough people who did a lot with their lives but didn't necessarily have to like fight for what they were doing. And then a bunch of people who, like, against all odds, were at as good as them at physical and emotional whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they were watching the finale, and there was a guy on the council whose name was John. And he was, like, this big, burly dude with long hair. And I was like, man, that guy's super badass. And it cut to him, and below the name, it always says the profession of the person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And below his name, it said wrestler. And
Amazing.
I was like, okay, I think I should recognize him. Let me look this up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I open up, I search, I'm like, John, Survivor, 2018, what am I going to do here? And it turns out that it was Johnny Mundo from Lucha Underground.
Oh,
And
weird.
so Lucha Underground that I have watched a lot, and Johnny Mundo, who's my favorite face.
Oh, no way.
He did a flying DDT on Blue Demon Jr. off of the ring. Johnny Mundo's the coolest guy.
Sweet, and he was on Survivor.
And he like wasn't wearing his bedazzled like rock and roll bell bottom jeans, so
So
I
you
did
barely
recognize
recognized
him
him, yeah.
exactly, but it was very strange
Also, actually, I switched costumes because I didn't want to do this scene in noir costume.
because
Well, whose camera do you think this is?
I think it's going to be Peter Parker's.
Don't move.
Buddy,
J. Jonah
I had a
Jameson.
nickel for every don't move.
It's Peter's, right? That's got the Spider-Man lanyard.
Not quite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete.
MJ, what are you doing here?
They are actively a couple, right?
At least,
No, they are
No.
currently apart.
Oh no.
thanks.
Yeah.
So,
Clearly they're on
a break-in for the view-
Fine
okay
speaking
terms.
terms,
Yeah.
Robbie doesn't technically know I'm here. And it wasn't a break
yeah.
a few minutes ago.
I think it's like she was just like, I can't be your priority.
Yeah. Oh,
and now this is the super
Where
best
you
part.
play as MJ and do
Yeah.
stealth missions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. There's only one mission that I actually have a problem with.
Okay.
It's not this one.
Good.
Because using side characters to like give me narrative beats
Mhm.
is fine to me.
Yeah, whatever.
Like Spider-Man wasn't here. It would be weirder if he was here. That's fine.
Yeah.
And you want to make MJ like you don't want to just be MJ. She's just the protagonist's girlfriend.
She's integrated into the story and gameplay in a more significant way this way.
Yeah, exactly. There's one mission where that is not the case.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
No,
This is truly the cutest MJ, I think.
I really like her actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the expressionist piece. You know what? I think
There's without like being insulting to her. There's actually something like
the present.
sweet and homely and like genuinely girl next door about her.
Yeah, she's very.
Let's get started.
You can tell. I don't know. There's just like the fashion sense is very good. They've rendered her face very just like kind of
I'll be waiting by the bus.
cute girl. Like I don't know. Good. I like it. I'm a fan.
No, yeah. Oh, I mean, like, yeah. There's just so much about this game that I could actually gush about for a long time, and Mary Jane is one of those things.
Yeah.
Fisk cut Peter with
Uh,
pork sausage
yeah.
like this.
I mean, this is Fisk's collection.
Collapsing my
Ah.
Yeah.
So that was. Wow. Fisk is a weeb.
Well, I mean, this is just his theme of this one. Oh, this one actually we'll have to look at later, I think. Yeah, not now. Hey, lady, can I do my job? I don't want to be here the whole time. Yeah, familiarize myself. Oh man, it was crazy. You've got
Is her name literally Rose Roseman?
yeah.
Wow.
She must be a national comic book character.
That
Because
is
nobody in the 2000s would name a character Rose
That's
Roseman.
100% correct. There's a street here in town that's called Avebury Avenue,
Oh wow.
and I feel like that's like Streetberry Street or Driveberry Drive. Like it's just, it's no good.